you saw Mazin Nandikano appear on court on on Tuesday, being 21st of October 2021, how do you feel?
I felt so happy. I wish I could have been there myself. Okay. I was so happy to see him, and then the supporters that were with him. Like I know the lawyers. Then this man, is it Nikki Bobby or so, who was there? Then many, Dr. Ezife, the former Anambra State. I was very, very happy. Unfortunately, if I were in Abuja at that time, I probably would have attended. But I didn't. So I was very happy.
Okay. Mommy, before we start this program, you made mention of, you said that you want to reveal one secret about the army that we are posted in Anambra. Can you go into...
No, I said that my advice, I wanted to give an advice because if you know, since the time of Trump, they were thinking that U.S. would come to hell. Eventually, the British went and begged Trump to grant him 8 more years. That 8 more years was just to continue killing the Biafrans. You hear me? Now, United Nations, every time, U.S. will say, oh, they are warning Buhari, or they are warning the federal government of Nigeria. UN will say that how long would they want? Every time they are giving them extra days, or we are going to declare Biafra. What I'm saying, all these things, they are deceit. I don't want us to rely on any international people. You understand me? Because they are all in the game. They don't want to free us. And in any case, my analysis is that why should we be... I think we have to, get it done by force. Because they continue killing our people. So the plan of Buhari, because Buhari knows that the first Biafran war, which of course we were all involved. The first Biafran war, it was the entire world that fought it. And yet that war lasted for almost 3 years. We won, we had nothing. I remember when I brought my brother out from Lagos, he now went to see Ojukwu. That was the time they even knew what was happening in Lagos at that time. They didn't know. They did not know. So even my own brother made this country, Haiti, to recognize Biafra then. Because the president of Haiti was my brother's, classmate in Canada and in U.S. So my brother got recognition from Haiti. So what I'm saying, now that Nnamdi Kanu has exposed what they were sweeping under the carpet by abolishing the history in Nigeria, because they know that when the children will know the history of what has happened, they will react. So, the plan of Buhari now is to silently, assassinate all the Igbos or all the Biafrans, especially the top people in Biafra. So that is why they are now killing. They are assassinating. Because silently. So the world, even though we may say, oh, the world know what is going on, we cannot continue like that. We cannot. We have to defend ourselves. Yeah, that is what I'm saying. And then I don't want a situation where they'll be carrying war to our own area. We have to, either prevent them. If it is done, whatever we can, after we had the Obunigwe, we should kill them before they come and be killing our people. You hear me? If they are dead, they are dead. Will they come out again? So that is my point. The secret of Buhari is to assassinate silently. We should not allow that to happen. It's about time we get up, meet them even in their own distance. Yeah. But every time they be saying, "Oh, don't trust any US." I don't trust Biden. I don't. Every time, oh, they are coming. Why are they not coming? All these years, since 2020. Eh? So that's what I'm really, I wish I were younger. Believe you me. It is very painful, very annoying.
Thank you, ma. Please, viewers, you guys should share. Don't enjoy this alone. We may have a lot of things to show us, and they have a lot of things to tell us.
No.
Also, invite your friends. Mommy, you made mention that IT recognize Biafra because of your brother. Biafrans all over the world, Biafrans that are watching, they would like to know the name of your brother and how and the role your brother played that make IT to recognize Biafra.
My brother was a very good friend of Ojukwu.
Okay.
Very good friend of Ojukwu. And Ojukwu sent him on assignment. In fact, he was out of the country when Biafra, when the war ended. And as I said, my brother, Dr. Okechukwu Ikejiani, many people will know him, or they will even hear my father's name, Ikejiani. You should know the meaning of Ikejiani. So my brother was was a politician, but not that he belonged to any party. He was the Nigerian Railway Corporation chairman. They will tell you the action because he dealt with all those Fulani people. There was a Yoruba man, for example, that they denied promotion because of the belief of that Yoruba man. My cousin, who wanted to be made a general manager, my cousin, Wotio Nzegu, married to one Dr. Nzegu, a Yoruba lady. You understand? But he thought that my brother would promote him. My brother is not like that. My brother is a straightforward and very active somebody. So, he now, Ojukwu sent, in fact, we disguised my brother before we escaped from Lagos. Because there was, if they were hospital. And then, my husband and I were at a well. I was a nursing sister then. So I read in the headline, Dr. Okechukwu Ikeja says, "I love cars." Headline. So my husband took me to Port Harcourt to board plane in the night. Knowing that my immediate senior sister in Enugu, one is Esther Okoli, that she herself ready for boarding telephone because I had phone. Government gave me phone. Then my eldest sister who at Enugu read the same, left for Lagos, unknown to me, unknown to anyone of us. So now when I arrived in Lagos in the night, that I learned that all of them, my brother came to pick me. So when I got there, my sisters were there. My youngest sister at the time, with her husband and children, were based in Lagos. And my elder brother, the lawyer, was also in Lagos. So you can see, out of the 9 children that were alive, my parents born, how many of us? Only 3 were not. Out of 9, so 6 of us were in Lagos that time. So what happened was that my brother's wife was keeping, so he sent the driver to Ikeja to go and buy feed. Only for the driver to come, to say, there's a problem in Ikeja. Are you hearing me? There's a problem in Ikeja. So he didn't buy the feed. At that same time, his wife called my brother. He said, look, I cannot hear from my husband because the husband traveled to Ibadan. He said, I've not been able to reach my husband. Yeah. And when I got there, I went to my brother's clinic. I said, because he had a what do you call it? He had so many houses, estate. He had an estate. Out of this estate, they had built 9 houses, all of them upstairs. One he was living in, the other one for clinic. And also, he had also molded blocks to now build a real full hospital. Molded enough blocks, but the hospital building had just started. So that by the time the driver came to tell my brother, said, look, see what that they were to shoot at his car because they all know his car. Because that number, he and Awolo were dragged over that number, the registration number, and he took it. But my brother's driver, a native of Unewi, very, very, very good driver, experienced driver. He managed to maneuver and come. As he came now, I had an uncle, my mother's youngest brother, who fought in the war, Second World War. So he came. He had to take my brother out. You hear me? Because they were to be killing the Igbos then. That was their plan. So he took my brother out and went and hid him somewhere in Munshi. If you see the place he hid my brother, locked him up in a room. Then he came. And as at that time, I told the nurses, I said, listen, if anybody comes to ask about anything, tell them that I am the one in charge. Because as at that time also, they set up inquiry in that way, which God showed me. God showed me that about that inquiry, that there had been an inquiry in 1963 when I was at Owerri doing a relief duty for 3 months. And I wrote to my brother, I said, look, make sure that you keep your account. This is what he's shown me. And then in that dream, I was referred to read the Habakkuk chapter 2. And it's in that place that they said, write the dream, but because it must surely happen. It must surely happen. Though it may delay, but it must come to pass. It was so in that dream that in 1963,
You can see what is happening. You can see what the zoo are doing to our people. You can see. You can see what the zoo are doing to our people. Zoo emegokwa ihe n'obodo ahụ. Ekwesịrị ịmụrụ anya ka azụ. Zoo emega ihe. Kwesịrị ịmụ anya ka azụ. Zoo emega ihe. Zoo emega ihe. Ekwesịrị ịmụrụ anya ka azụ. Let us continue. We must continue.
that I was told that my husband would be going for what do you call it? Something study. And my husband was insisting in that dream that I must accompany him. All these things came to pass. in 1964 because my working in Owerri that time was a relief duty. You hear me? So
Mommy, like I'm reading a lot of comments here. You made mention that IT recognized Biafra with the help of your brother. Yes, so that is what.
Yeah, my brother went to Haiti. Because I think it was 4 nations that recognized Biafra before the war ended.
Okay.
So my brother now went to Haiti now because Sojuku sent him on assignment. So it was from there that he could not return to Nigeria when the war ended.
Yeah. Okay. Mommy, you were holding Biafra currency, Biafra matches, and a lot of things.
Yes, what I'm showing you is because to tell you that we were the original Biafrans, original. And that's why I must be grateful to Nnamdi Kanu because if not that Nnamdi Kanu, I told you we were following Wazirike.
Yes.
Before Wazirike, they were arresting, killing most of people as at that time. Me and my husband, we were doing prison service. You hear me? But we were concentrating on Sapele Road prison. Oka prison there, we went there once or twice. Because they arrested one Igbo lady, who was a member of our church. That time I was in Anglican. You understand? So, to show you that we are original, there was nothing we could not produce. We were making an off